All right. It's the morning, day 29, I think. And I tell you, the climbs are not getting easier outside the Smokies. This is a flat spot right here, so I could actually do a little video. But most of it was so steep, I just couldn't film. But camped just off of Painter's Branch last night, right by a big ass creek. There were some really good tent sites, kind of tucked away in the woods, so it was nice. It's really nice to be back in a part of the trail where you can camp wherever you want, within reason, and not have to be cloistered in these shelter areas. Oh God, climbing again. But it's definitely tough, but enjoyable hike. Very pretty. Weather's still holding out. Lots of good water sources. And I'm gonna need them, because holy crap, these hills are tough. Everybody's way ahead of me. Hell, even Rick and Trash Panda are like probably over 10 miles ahead. I haven't seen them in a couple days. Last night I camped around Miro and Eeyore and Closer. Closer's, I think, in his 60s. And one of those, lifelong campers. He was an Eagle Scout, Air Force guy. Interesting guy, very low-key. I like hiking around him. And Miro's a young guy. I don't think he's halfway through his 20s yet. But also very low-key, very chill guy. And then Eeyore, of course, as his name implies, very, very chill. I like being around people like that. It was a much more peaceful campsite than some of the places where there are shelters in the Smokies, because there were just so many people with a lot of energy and only a little understanding of, just hiker etiquette at night. So this is good. I got a really good night's sleep, but as usual, I left camp really late. So we'll see how far I can get today. I wanted to do 13 miles, like I've done the last 2 days in a row. But I don't know if that's going to happen with these climbs. Up there. Level. So we'll see. And I'll show you stuff along the way. We're getting closer to the top, I hope. Or at least the top of a false peak, maybe. Because I'm starting to see blue sky lower and lower. It's going to be a little while, but we're getting there. Man, it's weird to think of all the years where I quit doing anything if it took more than a little effort, more than a little time. I just didn't have any stick-to-itiveness, as the older people say. And now I'm at 250 miles, and I'm still going despite the incredible climbs, despite the heat getting hotter and hotter, despite the fact that I sweat like a pig even when it's not hot out. And now I'm dripping like a faucet. But I don't care. I'm still going. Still going. And as long as I'm doing that, I win. Let you know when I reach the top of something. There's still some more to go. But, dude, get off me. No hitchhikers. As I was going up the hill, I just started writing something in my head. I was thinking about how some people are born into peace and domesticity, and by nature they're just calm and lucky. And then there are those who are born into the fray, feral by inheritance of the chaos around them. And I'm sure you can guess which one I am. That's right. I'm feral, goddammit. This gasping little piece of chaos needs some water and to get moving again. So, there we go. You ready? Fucking A, it's hot. There's no tree cover up here. And it looks nice, but it feels like an oven. Damn, there were some butterflies. I lost sight of them now. Sorry, I tried. Oh, there's a sign. I think, now I could be wrong, but I think we're on the AT. What do you think? Maybe, huh? Getting closer. I think this is going to be at or near the peak of Snowbird, I think. I'm not sure. There's some sort of emblem. I can't read it without laying down and getting close to it. And I ain't going to do that. But maybe you can zoom in and tell me in the comments what it said. I'm going to get back into some trees and have 11sies and some water. You do as you please. I haven't even gotten to the trees yet because I heard some funny hum. And I looked up and it reminded me of something that I've seen in other hiker videos. And since it's not super far off trail, I want to take a look. And you should come with me. Can't believe I'm doing more hiking than I have to. But that's okay. It looks so cool. It's like a giant sombrero that hums. I believe it's some sort of weather station. No. I'd be surprised if this thing is running next year, considering the pace at which the current administration is fascistically taking down NOAA's funding. So, hell, there might be so many storms that you don't even know about by next year because they shut down things like this. So, we'll see. Hope you survive the tornadoes you never hear about. Alright, so I was wrong. It's not a weather thing. It's an FAA thing. So, the same principle still applies though, because the current tyrant is cutting the FAA too. So, don't be surprised if things like this get shut down and your plane gets delayed or smashes into a mountain, whatever. Alright, end of political rant, beginning of let's enjoy the view. It's nice to be on top of a mountain again, instead of climbing the steep ass side of one. The breeze is so nice finally. Anyway, that reminds me, I'm hungry and I want to get in the shadows. So, hope you enjoyed this little interlude. Coming down off Snowbird. in the noonday sun. Lots of pretty flowers. Every time I see stuff like this, it makes me think of that scene in The Walking Dead. Maybe season 4, I think. And I won't give anything away, but I'll just say, look at the flowers. If you know, you know. Look at the flowers. Had myself a little lunch. A lot of water. There's a campsite and shelter in like maybe 2 miles, a little more, something like that. So when I get there, I'm gonna guzzle down a bunch of water, refill, put some electrolytes in, and keep marching on. Because this ain't goes marching. One, just one. Hurrah. Hurrah. Alright. Changed out my water bottles. Didn't really bother doing a fill up. Most of the second half of the morning was just downhill, so that was easy. But it's like 6.5 to max patch. There's no camping there, but it's supposed to be pretty cool. And then it's 8.6 to Roaring Fork. It's about 10 till 1, so we'll see if I can make it. And we'll see which direction we're going here. Please don't tell me it's up. Is it up?
Yeah.
Of course it is. It's always up when you don't want to go. That last guy at the trail junction, his name's Lunchbox. He and I have been kind of leapfrogging all day today. I saw him over by the thing that I thought was a weather station, but it's actually a FAA station. And then saw him periodically between then and now. And like I often do when I walk by somebody and talk to them briefly, and then I leave. I don't know why, but on the trail I've started saying, "Party on, Wayne." 250 miles. Not a single person has ever responded, "Party on, Garth." I couldn't believe it. He was the first. Lunchbox is the man who knows how to respond when someone says, "Party on, Wayne." And what's crazy is a lot of the people I've said it to before are like my generation and older. So they should know. He is probably 20 years younger, at least. So, I don't know. But at least, finally, over 1/10 of the way through, someone finally knew what to say. They all probably think I'm nuts, and he does too, but at least he played along. That's fine with me. Because today is a really fucking hard day. And that made it a little bit easier. So thanks, Lunchbox. See that tree? It's very big, but it's also pretty low. There was no bypass to the right, nothing to the left, because it really goes on for a while. And it was almost, I might have been able to scale it, but I'm sick of falling. So you know what I did? I crawled under it like a dog on all fours, the back of my pack, like scraping against the bottom of the log, but I made it. Probably looked crazy, but I don't care. I did it. I win, tree. I win. It's been a long, hard afternoon. It's not even 4 yet. So many really steep climbs. Like so steep that you can't even relax when you stop. Because your calves are flexed just to keep you from tipping over. That's how steep. But oh my God, it's been beautiful as well. Just flowers everywhere. Blue sky, white fluffy clouds. It's the only thing keeping me sane. Well, that, I've been playing music all day. I listen to Oasis throughout the morning. They're probably my favorite of all time. This afternoon, I've been barely living. I've been listening to Above and Beyond, and my earbuds were dying, but I didn't want to stop, so I've had the speaker on my phone on low, and the phone in the little water bottle pocket of my shoulder strap, so I can still hear it, but it's not bothering anybody else. I hate it when people are blaring their music to the woods. So why are you going to do that? This is little yellow flowers. Hello, little yellow flowers. Fucking A, man. This is a hike. But God, is it pretty. Heading up to Mac's Patch right now. It's 5 o'clock. This is just a view from the ascent trail. I imagine it's going to be even better on top. Up there somewheres. Let's find out. Holy shit. Let's hope those clouds are going somewhere else. I don't know why they need a sign to say that this is not a trail, but it's very clear that there is no trail there. But there is a trail to the sign that says this is not a trail. So, don't know what to think about that. I'm not even at the summit yet. Dear God. Thankfully, there's some camping places on the other side. You're not allowed to camp on top. I think between the occasional crazy weather up here and the far more common asshole who ruins it for everybody, they just kind of made a rule that, nope, no camping here. I guess they don't realize that collective punishment is against the Geneva Convention. But whatever. That's just parking. Never mind. Who needs to honor international law? Right? I'm being facetious here, people. I don't really believe that this is against the Geneva Convention. Collective punishment is, like bombing an entire city just because of a few psychopaths, but not letting anybody camp on top of a precarious hilltop. That's understandable. It's a bummer for those of us who aren't assholes, but it is understandable. God, that's gorgeous. Would you look at that, man? I just want to stand and watch, but the clouds might be coming this way, and they might be bringing presents that I don't want. So, gotta keep going. Still at the top. There it is, people. The top of Max Patch. And this is 365 degrees. Or 360 degrees, oh my god. As you can tell by my bizarre mistake there, I am very tired. But this is awesome. I have the place to myself. Kind of figured there'd be some people here for sunset, but I guess not. Which is all the better. It's mine. All mine. My precious. A long, hard day today, but this is worth it. Good times. Now I want to go camp somewhere and eat my food. I guess I can show you this while I walk down. It might be something you're interested in. Today's full video might be longer than some, but I hope some of you at least feel that it's worth the extra time. I know I feel like it's worth the effort getting up here to shoot this. Because when I'm old and solid gray and drooling on myself in some home somewhere, I can at least watch this and have some vague sense that someone I knew was here. And it was me. That's right, old man. You're doing something. And when it's over, even if you forget it all, there's still these videos. It's probably controversial to say, but I really hope I'm long gone before my mind is. I've seen it in other people, that slow disappearance. And I don't like it. And I don't want to endure it any more than I already am. But it's very nice to be making such beautiful memories to lose. One last look around. All right. There's the backside of Max Patch. Goodbye, Max. Hope your patch holds. Now, it's a mile to Roaring Fork Shelter, but I imagine a lot of people are going there. So, I think I might just pitch over here in this flat spot. Looks like I'll have it all to myself, because it's nearly 6, and I imagine most hikers are already where they're going. Yeah, there's even a fire ring, so people have camped here. This isn't just dead grass. Cool. I love it when I have a place all to myself. And it looks like there's even Well, I was going to say a creek, but it's more like a tepid slurry. I don't know. I think my tent will go right there. If I can get my pack on the tree. There we go. Yeah. This'll do. Alright. Now to get to work. And there we go. The perfect pitch. Even with the broken tent, it still manages to get upright as long as I take my time and think it through. Looks good. Got rocks on all the tent stakes, so nothing should come down if it rains tonight. Now I'm going to get in my tent, eat my food, and go to bed. Because I just went to the bathroom, and my kidneys are doing that thing again. So I need some rest. I was very well hydrated today, so it's not dehydration. This is really starting to frustrate me. Anyways, it's a problem for another time. Night, night, everybody. I believe this was the end of day 29. Hope you all had a good day as well.